worried about it. I said, well, hey, let's go over this. We go over it. We give them the right answer. I said, look, I looked ahead, and you're going to have a test on Friday over the same material. Literally, the questions are exactly the same. Just memorize it. You'll do fantastic. All right, thanks, teacher. Friday comes, hand out the test, verbatim, word for word. Kid gets it back. He's like, what's the answer? It's like true or false. Kid, come on, man. The textbook said it. You had a worksheet. We went over it. You already failed it once. I gave you the answers. Come on, kid. Come on. Fills it all out. 1 for 10 again. Come on. When are you going to learn? You should ask yourself that question. How many times I've been on this merry-go-round? How many times have I felt sin and sick and wrong in my own body? The consequences go on. Will you turn today? Today is the day of salvation. You're not promised tomorrow. This old African proverb says, cats that dream about being lions should lose their appetite for mice. At one point, you got to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go after this anymore. I remember one of my favorite Easter moments was years ago. My dad's a pastor in Palm Desert. My brothers are pastors. And I got 2 brothers and a sister, and we'd bring all our kids. I'll go there this afternoon, and we'll bring our kids. And my dad, when I was a kid, he bought this house, and he was so proud of this little shade tree he bought. It was just a little tree when I was a kid, but now it's a big tree. And he loves this tree, man. He trims it, and I'll go visit and go, hey, I trimmed the tree today. I go, yeah. He goes, looks good, huh? Dad pose. I go, yeah. Looks great, Dad. He's got a bench there for the shade. And he loves that tree. Waters that tree. My mom will be like, hey, your dad was really watering the tree. Maybe you could make a nice comment. Dad, the tree looks great. He goes, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah. Big tree in his yard. It's nice and shaded. He's got a nice bench there and a couple of flowers. It's beautiful. It's his place of peace, I suppose. And so we're there on Easter, and this is back, I had all my kids, but they were little, and they're all in their dresses, their little tuxedos, their little shirts, all dressed up. And we'd taken photos. We're just relaxing there, and they had an Easter egg hunt in the front yard under the shade tree. And I can still see my dad. He's just got his arm around my mom, and he's just got this look you rarely see. I wish we'd see it more. Just a look of delight. Just a look of everything's good. And he was just sitting there hugging his wife and watching his grandkids run around in the shade of the tree that he was so proud of. And he looked over at me and he kind of smiled and kind of winked at me and said, hey, son, you see this? This is my reward. This is what I get. So simple, huh? Just a husband and wife watching their grandkids play. But all his kids are there, all the grandkids are there, and they're all dressed up, they're all decked out. You think about this simplicity, but you got to rewind the tape. How many fights you got to get through to get to that one? How many days you got to be faithful? How many bills you got to pay? How many seeds you got to plant? How many times? You see, it takes a lot to get that moment. But he's mindful of his legacy. One of the most resounding lines in the Old Testament is the sins of Jeroboam. He makes a gold calf in the north and the south. And after Jeroboam was like 18 more kings of Israel, of those 10 tribes. And not one of them is good. Every chapter, every king follows the sins of Jeroboam. Followed the sins of Jeroboam. Followed the sins of Jeroboam. If a man goes to jail, he will on average receive a debt of $13,600. And 8 out of 10 times there's a woman in his life that will pay that fine for him. His mother, his wife, his girlfriend, and her family, their family, they'll see a cut and reduction. About half of those families will struggle for the next couple of years just to put food on the table. 20% of those families will be evicted from their house. When that man goes to jail, all those people in his life suffer. And they suffer in the worst ways. Protection, health, all the risk factors of drugs and gangs, everything goes up. No man lives to themselves and no man dies to themselves.